Squad, Monte on the other side with Waro at the helm. They mentioned how they weren't able to get maybe as much practice in as they would have liked. And so they will be hard tasked to try and catch up to the pace that GamerLegion have had since those playing games.
GamerLegion one-upped VP on the T side of this map. It's no easy feat. How will their pistol fare? Straight through Monster. It's an entry for Isaac. He will fall immediately, and already with smokes down, Monte have cover to hide behind, fighting for the round. Volt will fall, and Monte are going to come in swinging. I like the move. Snacks is waiting for it, but there's just too many targets to take down. Monte find that pistol round, and it's Bro at the top of the board with 3 in the opener. No easy feat replacing someone like Boros, who we've of course seen in that Falcons project, and we will see later on today in the lower bracket matchup. But Bro came in very confident to ESL Pro League. It was nice to see his energy on LAN. I think even if the numbers haven't necessarily always been there, he's statistically at the bottom of the team in recent performances. He's also the least experienced, right? The latest addition to Monte, and I think his energy matches this very loud roster. Not afraid to start screaming at players like Demq or Demka. So I do like Monte's energy. Hard to keep up across such a long and arduous year, but with multiple trophies at events like Challengers, I think Monte are on the cusp of being a Tier 1 team. They just haven't found that consistency or deep runs against some of the best in the world. Just boogieing right now.
Yeah, a little time to talk everything through. Have some nice music on in the background. GamerLegion, it's like being at home. Something that has been cool is seeing so many faces from Polish Counter-Strike finding success, and obviously with Snacks in the server, I think makes a lot of sense to talk about, right? It was 10 years ago here with VP that, well, almost 10 years ago that he went on that legendary run and lifted the trophy.
Especially, when you think about who was GamerLegion's last in Game Leader, it was Shui as well, who is in Mao's playing against Cloud9 as we speak. Oh dear, somebody young. He will fall. Glocks, and they're really dragging this one out. 20 seconds, they've got to die before the time expires, and Krasner will grant them that at least. Monte burn their util, but they make money at the end of the day, and GamerLegion come in with a gun round.
Yeah, let's see what they're going to do here. We won't have money for that A-Core AWP, not right away, so it is just rifles for GamerLegion. Waro on the other side, meanwhile, he's going to pull his out straight away. And so, Waro 2K won't have anyone to test him in regards to that AWP head-to-head, not yet. And with that comes a little more freedom, and he looks to use that freedom. He had a great spawn for mid here. He's going to go take that peek with the orb. Won't matter, because GamerLegion have got their eyes set on taking some control down here over towards B. Demka, good spot for this. Oh. They line up for him, and Demka tears GamerLegion a new one, man. This round is already over. Back to the drawing board, 2v5. And Demka is still hungry for more. Hell, spamming a smoke did him well just moments ago.
True that.
So he's keen to repeat that.
My God, walking through the smoke, that's ballsy. But you think when you're going through that smoke, you're going around the way GamerLegion are, with your back against the wall. You should be safe to edge your way round. But Demka pushes all the way through. That's just an unorthodox move to be that close as a CT with a rifle. It's the last thing GamerLegion expect, and Demka is on for the ace right now. If Snacks goes back through spawn, back to that bomb, it very well may be an ace in the first gun round here for Monte.
Go on, Demka, get it. Why not? Why not? That's what you got to tell yourself. Don't you dare steal it, Kraz, now. Come on, mate.
Demka wants it, man.
Let Demka have his strawberries. Come on.
Patience is everything here. Snacks has to go somewhere. Oh, there's a swing.
Oh, he's seen him. He's seen him. He's seen him. There we go. He really wants it.
Rabid.
They're trying to tee him up for it. They're being very, very patient here. I mean, could even look to remove Snacks after time. They fully collapsed it on him all around the map.
I like how they're still playing somewhat restrained. They want the guns up. Oh, Snacks doesn't know. Young's closer than the orb. And this will be an easy round for Monte, supplemented by Demka's 4K. They throw GamerLegion to the wayside.
Oh,
This would be a great...
that one just sends little shivers down your spine for GamerLegion, doesn't it?
This would be a great tournament for Monte to make a run in, given the amount of hours they put in last year, and now the longest break we've seen them, 7 weeks since they played an official match. Coming into not a... I mean, no group is easy here at Katowice, but they're on a good side of the bracket.
Yeah. Oh, fast B pop. Fast B play, and Bro just going to duck out of there, tries to put a bit of distance between himself and the pistols. Him and Demka going to back each other up. It's a little ugly from Demka on the spray. Bro tries to reel them in. He's going to fall getting nothing done.
What?
Krasnal dead. GamerLegion trying to make this one happen. They've retrieved the AK on Snacks. Vol's still up alongside him with a bit more health. They go looking for Demka, and that's a mistake they come to regret. This guy is having a great start to his Katowice run. A 4K in the first rifle round, and a lockout there right as that little partial buy from GamerLegion is getting out of hand. Demka sat 8-0.
Yeah, he saved that round, right? It was ugly whiffs as they came in, but I like what Snacks calls there. In the 2v3, they have info on 2 players, and they go and hunt down Demka. They use a smoke to block short, and they have a player trapped, but he gets both kills with 3 bullets in the mag on the last one as well. Very nice start for Demka in this game. And Monte are going to be aggressive, confident, everything you want and expect out of this team. This time they run through the smoke. They won't be walking, but they may be wounded. Nades going over the top. Just a little bit too deep. Lots of nade stacks attempted, but none of them connecting. It's only Bro in the sight. They find Demka this time. Bro puts up an admirable hold with 2 kills. It's an even odds fight as GamerLegion own B.
Admirable from the Admiral. But will his first mates be able to steer this ship in? Monte, 3-on-3, A-Core with a missed chance there down in the connector. Krasnal will overwhelm him. Snacks gonna hold on to the site for now. Waro is still a long ways out from even being involved here. This could work to his benefit, and he will nail that shot onto Isaac. Snacks, you've got to do it alone. You've got to do it solo. Nade rains in, but he's still in the round. Dancing around at the back of the site and just playing this one around that clock. Waro might get the kill, but there's no round win here. Snacks styles his way to a little 1v2 clutch there for GamerLegion. They've got full faith in him in those sorts of moments.
So nice to see Snacks, you know, in clutches, pulling them up for GamerLegion. It's great to see this guy still just performing very well individually. Hasn't dropped off when it comes to, you know, aim, it feels like. And now that he's leading a bunch of young players, hungry players, I think, you know, if you're in this team, you're listening to every word that Snacks is going to give you.
And, you know, I mean, something that must feel very surreal and cool for him is whenever he looks up in the Hall of Heroes, there's literally a big, you know, blowing up picture of his face up there, right? He is already one of the legends here in Katowice.
Oh,
Samdai Young, here's these footsteps.
What a spray.
And he'll go on a tear for the double, cut down by Snacks, but still Samdai Young has teed Monte up for another round here, a 4v3 after that multi-kill in mid.
You know, you see teams come in who haven't played play-in very slow, maybe very, you know, you talked about it in the check-in today. Play-in teams are warmed up. Group stage teams got to catch up with what could be their first tournament of the year, and it is for Monte. But I think this is a roster that doesn't need much warm-up time, always seem ready, and like I said earlier, I think the break will have done them so good. And with an open bracket with Mouse or Cloud9 in the winners match, if they can win today, that's, you know, you're liking your odds in comparisons to the Vitalities, the G2s, the top side of the bracket. So I think Monte are gunning for the spot egg, and I wonder who will be able to put a stop to them. We'll have to see if GamerLegion are up for the job.
I think especially over here in Group B with Vitality being down there alongside a very informed Heroic and only 1 spot available, it's like, damn, like you really don't want to go into that lower bracket, right? That feels like certain death. A little B play looking to come through for GamerLegion. They just slowly tiptoe out through Monster. Good util to displace Bro in at the barrels. Him and Demka playing on top of one another here. And Demka gets overran. Bro can't withstand it, so battling back from the man down. A GamerLegion. Warrior 2K is up in the heavens, but smoke in his face. No chance to play in yet.
Oh no.
Maybe no chance to play in at all.
I thought that smoke went underneath. Instead, he tries to climb over it. What an angle for Kio's. Not going to be ready for this, but the spray is so ugly. Isaac must trade. And if they don't move, hands off the keyboard, they win the round. Warrior has no kit. He's considering it. He's dropping in. But he saw that cross out, and with every second that passes, his chances elude him. That damage might be consequential. Warrior should just be able to get out of the range of the bomb. But GamerLegion find a second round, and it's off of Kios's lights out double entry.
Yeah, very well done there. And, you know, I think you got to give a shout out as well. The whole reason that setup even looks so awkward is because of that you know, util combo used to flush Bro out from the barrels. Suddenly, that rather the complementary crossfire that you had from underneath Heaven and the barrels player is forced into like this very awkward, claustrophobic feeling sight hold where Bro, you could argue, you know, it's like him and Demka try and play a sort of bait and switch, but I think it's very obvious that there's going to be a second man floating around there. It's standard util out of GamerLegion. It's nothing special, but it's all capitalized on very, very nicely, and it uproots the Monte game plan.
Seeing a lot of smokes being broken in this game, I think Overpass is a great map for it with these tight tunnel choke points. And I asked Rushley, our resident observer, to get some info from League Ops on the damage reduction of team damage. You see, you know, often players blow up smokes when their teammates are stood in them, and the damage reduction for grenades is only 0.85. So if it was 1, it would be full damage. If it was 0.5, it would be half damage. So it's still pretty high. My point being, bullets are 0.33. So if you shoot your teammates, you only do a third of the damage. But if you nade them, you do almost 100% damage. We've seen a lot of players get, you know, mauled by their own teammates' HEs. You've still got to be very careful here when it comes to blowing those smokes, something that GamerLegion have already done a lot on Overpass. They did the same against VP. Those little details do matter.
I'm waiting in this game for Warro to get involved, because it's clear that he wants to be involved in these rounds, but he's been dodged for the most part. That's so awkward. Krasnal on the jump peak missed the info that they were already deep out long, and this one might just sail by Monte. They lose that top site dominantly. And Warrior 2K, he just seems averse to the action here. Not his doing. He's trying really hard to be involved in the start of the rounds. He's been peeking mid, he's been peeking con, but just getting dodged. And the round that GamerLegion decide to head up A is the round that he goes for that aforementioned con peek.
Oh no.
Warro's just left saving. And the GamerLegion are looking to hunt him down. The USP
not sure about that.
Leaves him wanting. And that AWP is lost.
Yeah, he's started, like you said, looking for picks mid, but GamerLegion go for 3 B hits in a row, and then the second they go back to A, Warrior started in connector. So Krasnal feels like he's checked long, but I love the call for GamerLegion. It's just insta-long, close wall, they play it tight, and if Krasnal doesn't swing wide, he doesn't get the info. So it's going to be Monte coming through with an eco now as GamerLegion have woken up. And with a vengeance, they go back to that B hit. Everyone is here, though.
Yeah, Bro.
Oh.
Good dink. Time well with Demka's nade. More damage coming out of these pistols. It gets a little hairy, but there's the return from GamerLegion. Now up 3v2. Gonna just hound down these remaining players, and Demka can't do a thing, so well contained there from GamerLegion. That could have got out of hand very, very quickly once those few crucial openers go against them. But able to regain some control. Volt kind of starting to pull ahead, similar to that performance that saw them beat VP in the play-in stage. It's good that he's offering up a decent bit of consistency here for GamerLegion on this map. And now we're into a tie game. Acor got run boosted, but then just went like, nah, actually, I'm not peeking B.
There's not much you can do there.
Yeah, fair enough. You're just going to get smoked.
Ooh, Young again, delayed mid-take. The molly is less common nowadays. It's a hard lineup. The smoke is, well, an everyday occurrence. Young tries to play behind it. He won't hang out forever in middle. With Warro AWPing long, it's important that Young doesn't get picked early, or Warro loses all information on middle. So back to the bomb site, with his eye still on toilet, so Warro can't get walked on close. Supporting his teammate by staying alive. That smoke removes information for Monte. Waro can definitely still hold for a little bit.
Looking like he's going to get dodged again in this round, though.
Oh, they could walk. Oh, okay.
That bomb was going back, and so this little play out through middle is nothing more than a space-taking fake for GamerLegion. They force Monte back to play a little more passive within the sites. And now that they have connected, they look to go B. That means Bro and Demka will get tested again, and they both play close to Monster. Go for this sort of bait and switch on the left-hand side of it. Demka going to make first contact, and then based on his results, Bro's just going to take a swing after the fact. You hope they're so tunnel visioned on Demka.
What?
The Bro could pop off, but it never even gets that far, man. Demka just churns them up. They peek him one at a time. And that was their greatest mistake. Demka lines them up, knocks them down. And GamerLegion is sent packing from that play down towards B.
He's sharp.
He's looking really good to open this up, man. Considering how often B has been the object of desire for GamerLegion, and I know they've still had some good results down there, you feel like Demka's putting in a hell of a lot of work right now to try and lock this site down.
You give him the fights, that's what you get right now. And if that funnels them up to A, well, you finally might get your dream, Harry. You might get Waro actually getting some engagements on this top site with the orb.
Mate, it's not my dream, it's his dream. You can tell, like, he's been approaching these rounds very active for the most part on the AWP, even looking interested in, like, impossible 1v2 clutches, right? It's clear he's wanting to have that explosive impact on the orb, but has been dodged thus far. And so will Waro finally get his round. Will GamerLegion head that way? Because that play in towards B has left them hurting. And so a little tag timeout called on in.
Well, this is a cool game because while you have some teams like Cloud9 who don't even have an AWPer, you in this game have two teams whose statistical best player is their AWPer. And obviously, if you said that in Go, it wouldn't have stood out too much. But they're two AWPers that haven't really had a notable drop-off in CS2, where many others have had trouble adapting. Of course, not everyone, best AWPers in the world, still able to show that. But, you know, on these middle-of-the-pack teams, still, Waro and Acor have given us phenomenal games as of late. So, something to be said for that. Demka, however, is the star of the show right now. And he wants his time in the spotlight to continue. Aggression towards short. On an off angle in the open. And hungry to peak, but still restrained despite his aggressive position.
There in the mid-round, they actually go ahead and just walk back this short control. Just wanted to deny it early to GamerLegion. And I mean, when you don't have connector, doors blowing off, it is a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of angles there. You're kind of weaker on the B site as a result, so they just fall back into it. Feels like Monte, you know, knowing how kind of dominant that last round was, they're anticipating GamerLegion to have lent back up top site as well. But GamerLegion haven't taken that bait, not yet anyhow. The bomb moving out through Monster on the back of Snacks. But GamerLegion are very far apart here. You've got this one-man lurker, Volt up in the bathrooms, Isaac still in the connector.
Volt's completely avoided Waro. That's very big for GamerLegion, but with 20 seconds left, this Monster play is still the prerogative. Volt has to play now. He has to get spotted, and he will. Young executes him. That does pull Monte back. For a moment, they think maybe it's not B, but the flash makes it clear. 14 seconds, the turnaround for Demka in the right place with the right result. Meanwhile, even Isaac gets knifed on the A site. I don't know how that happens, but Monte eviscerate GamerLegion. Not a death in the round. I'd love to see if we get that knife kill. Isaac was lurking toilets, but even then, why is the AWPer getting a knife kill? What? How does this happen?
It looks, the replay like barely sheds any light on it. If anything, it looks like more crazy now that I've seen it. Oh, dude, no boot camp, just vibes. That's what they need. Monte up in the lead here. And so pistols out for GamerLegion. Oh, maybe there's a round here for this AWP.
No.
It's up against pistols. They're going to come up through the connector. Some die young.
Ooh.
Nails the first, but there's a lot more where that came from. Waro fires off a shot. Some die young controls the spray.
Not bad.
And Waro 2K.
Yeah.
Gets his fight over in mid. It's just the one and done. Still, GamerLegion lock in the round, and at this point, damage doesn't matter. Monte able to have everything they could possibly need. GamerLegion will pull out that AWP on Acor, who struggled to find his footing at the start of this one. Hasn't had many an opportunity to get involved on that AWP.
If I'm GamerLegion, I'm wondering, where has this half gone? I feel like they haven't even got to really play it. And they've got 4 rounds. That's fine on T-side Overpass. A 5th would be fantastic. But it just feels like so many of these rounds have been Monte dominantly taking it without casualties. So GamerLegion feeling a little bit robbed right now. They're going to go back to that A site into the perfect setup for Monte. Oh dear, it's poetic. Waro hits his. There's finally Acor with a trade. Double setup denied by the Danish AW. And it's going to be GamerLegion 4-on-3 with a hefty opportunity to make this half perfect. 5 rounds. That would be great right now. Oh, Kios, this is a risky play on his own. There's no trade. That feels like such an oversight in a 4-on-3 to not play that together. It's one thing to buddy system, but Snacks wasn't even ready to help.
Yeah,
Oh dear.
I guess if you wanted to try and justify it, you could say that they heard Bro run the rotate up towards upper, so maybe they're thinking they've prompted an overreaction out of Monte, but yeah. That one's going to hurt. That one feels more unforgivable. Just walking in, his teammate's not there, trying to take a bit of space ahead of that bomb's arrival, but now it's left him a man down. And they know they're walking into 2 players. They've seen both Demka and Bro here. They just don't have the time to change their mind, so they're going to need these openers, and they need them cleanly. Won't happen. Acor finally having a round here. 3 kills to his name. 30 seconds left. He's been quiet on this map so far. Can he deliver in the 1v2? Needs an ace clutch to do it. And he's got Demka to get past, and no one's managed that so far. Monte close out this first half with a dominant lead, spearheaded by Demka's stellar B-holds.
GamerLegion are setting up, and this will be their first game of the group stage. Kios is trying to get his earphones in and get himself warmed up. How are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing so great. I'm hyped up to play the game today.
Now, you're always hyped, though, and you're always loud, but I know Demka over there is quite loud as well, so you're going to try and beat him in that shouting contest?
I mean, no, it's not a showing contest. I will just do it on the feeling. I'm not forcing it. That's it.
I like it. Don't force it. Go over it naturally in here. Mr. Isaac, the CT lockdown player. Yeah. You are having a pretty damn good tournament right now. How's things feeling in the team?
It's feeling nice. Yeah. Changed up some roles, so it's feeling pretty good.
How do you think your chances are against Monte?
I think they're pretty high. I mean, it was a long time we played them. Last time we lost versus them in Cologne, but...
That was CSGO, though.
Yeah, true. Now it's CS2. I hope we have a better showing today.
All right, let's see how it goes down. Now, Snacks, are you going to talk to me even though you didn't get your chocolate bar?
Yeah, I'm not sure, actually.
You're not sure?
Yeah.
Can you play really good even without your chocolate bar?
I mean, I'm going to hide somewhere and eat it probably, you know, so then maybe yes.
Snacks needs chocolate to perform the whole way. Now, Acor's been in superstar mode so far throughout the tournament. What do you think it is? Is the roles, the change of swaps and stuff for the team has just made you perform better, or are you just feeling it?
I think I'm just feeling it, and same time, the team is playing more around me and taking more charge and trying to set up as well. So it feels good.
It definitely feels good. It looks good on the server as well. I got to ask you this, Mr. Volt.
Hello.
Why is Stitch here?
Oh, it's my lucky charm for my girlfriend. So I mean, if it's there, we need to win. So that's why we're gonna win today.
So if you're Stitch, is that her? She's Lilo?
No, that's her.
Oh, so she's Stitch. You're Lilo then?
No comment. No comment. No comment.
He doesn't want to answer that. He doesn't want to give a comment. Let's see how GamerLegion do against Monte in the game.
A streak of 4 in the middle is all GamerLegion are able to manage. Monte start this one strong down on that B-bomb site, and it ends much the same way with Demka top in the charts, sat up 16 and 4, and I think that's quite indicative of where these rounds are ending up. GamerLegion putting a lot of attention down towards B and coming to pay the ultimate price. Will 4 rounds be enough, Hugo?
It's hard to know. It's a great map for GamerLegion, but it has been predicated off of a lot of strong T sides. So I'm a little worried here. Monte are seeming like they're in unstoppable form, but Acor on the CT side comes in with a blinder. 2 pistol kills. He felt locked out of that first half on the T side AWP. Well, this time he's on full control. Krasnal almost gets that bomb back, but almost will not cut it. Will Warrow.
They're already ready for this backstab, man. Double setup down in Con. This is such a powerful setup to get past. And so Warrow won't. Kiosk gets rid of him. And with Acor maybe starting to wake up that last round where he finally, you know, gets to have some impact on the AWP. Looks like it's put a little juice in him. And so now 2 kills in the pistol. If Acor can get switched online, maybe there's still some hope for GamerLegion here.
Sadly, as we learned from that first half, it's not always down to, you know, the CT or, because Warrow, we know how good he can be. He was relegated to the A site while GamerLegion were going for B pops all half. So it's down to where Monte, you know, wants to end. Once it hits gun rounds, we'll have to see what their game plan relies on. Because as much as I'm sure GamerLegion, part of their B hits was knowing that Warrow and Sunday Young are playing that top site. Goes both ways. They know how good Acor can be when he's in form. We saw that opening BO1 on Nuke against M80 where Acor had just a phenomenal CT side. So that's something to consider if you're Monte in this position. They take a full eco. They're going to wait for the guns to come out. Acor in that map that I mentioned was 18 and 3 on CT Nuke. Most of it AWPing.
Ooh, he's got a lot of kills right here.
He's got a lot of danger. If he goes, he's dead, surely. But they come to him, and that's a lot nicer. Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to be going B now for the rest of the game.
I mean, considering heading into the last round of the half, Acor had 2 kills.
Yep.
He's done well for himself to shoot up through the scoreboard over the space of, what, like 3 rounds, now sitting top of it for GamerLegion. This one is just a nice stat pad round. Helps bring you back into the game a little bit. Smiles all around for GamerLegion. Guns now come out for Monte. Similar to GamerLegion in that first half, it will be lacking any form of AWP. Playground Molotov goes in, and that's going to at least temper the mid-aggression. Monte, eyes set on taking away connector and middle at the start of this one. The guys in mid taking a bit of a slower approach, so letting the com players play first. They've got 2 to get past here. Krasnal leads the way. Ooh, just looks away. And that's going to give over a nice easy double for Snacks down in the connector. That's a bit of a disaster here for Monte.
Ugly look. Didn't fully clear the corner. And Snacks gets out into water as well. B players will rotate up, and GamerLegion's moves looking nice and smooth right now. They're even getting aggressive. It's not a bad play to make, considering a B player is on the A site. Acor can play his timing game, knowing at less than a minute. If they're not taking long now, they maybe never will. So he's got a backstab potentially. Oh, they turn. Great time to turn for Sunday Young. Eyes in the back of his head, and he'll take off Acor's 3 on 4. Don't count Monte out.
That was the bomb spotted there as well for GamerLegion. I wonder if Monte try and use that to their advantage with still a little bit of time left and control over Connector. They look to go down and now move swiftly in towards this B site. Good timing on that nade from Snacks. A lot of damage done. He's in at the back of the site and, well, just nails that first man in from CT. With a bit of help from Kiosk over at Barrels, this one is swiftly repelled. And Demka, he knows this feeling all too well. He was dishing it out in that first half, just locking out the B plays and even spam to death from Volt. That AK save is denied. GamerLegion well and truly back into the swing of things here, as now just one round separates them and Monte, and there's not even really anything to go off of it in this one for the Monte squad.
What a spam for Volt. That's just going to ruin your mental if you're trying to save there. No info.
I started there because I noticed they started buying, but then I realized, no, okay, just the hero gun on Kraz now.
Yeah, it's pretty bold. You're going for the hero Galil, but if you can drop guns, you can definitely win a round where CTs are as spread out as they are on that A site. But we talk about A, and we talk about A core. AWP here, he's starting down lower, but with nothing on the monster peak, which they don't smoke, he's going to rotate his way up. Monte sending Deagles out into mid. Trying to find these picks. Heavy A setup for GamerLegion. And Volt getting aggressive. They've got plenty of util here. They can flash their peaks. Acor can set up his team. Run boost, but they've yet to find that AWP. Don't know for certain whether it's in play or not. But just by the way they're playing, it looks like they're expecting it. No flashes for Monte. Just 2 smokes for this A execute.
Kraz now leads the way on that Galil.
Oh, the rotate. They missed a smoke.
Oh, that's a bit of a disaster. That's going to shut them down, moving up through short.
Oh. They smoked themselves off.
Also gives up the aim of the game that it was going to be this A play. That's really rough.
Yeah.
Well, that good timing on the third man rotating away from A is no longer a factor for Monte. I can assure you of that. Acor has promptly come back up on the AWP, and now as the smoke fades, Kraz now finds a kill, but it's on his teammate, and the rest of them all get shut out. So that hero Galil proves to be more of a burden than a blessing. And this one is tied up now with GamerLegion, gifted a missed smoke from Monte to really reveal what was meant to be happening in that round.
I don't think that round could have gone worse. They did everything right. They delay enough that GamerLegion move off of that triple stack, and then as 5 players are close A with no real info for GamerLegion, they smoke themselves off, and then they team kill, and then they almost run out of time. Like that couldn't have gone worse. Monte have to not tilt. That is the goal right now after a disastrous round, after an excellent first half. GamerLegion are back in business on their map pick. Even score and no AWP for Monte.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a 4-round streak out of GamerLegion before. This is another, but now they've got to move beyond that, right? And they're looking good to do so. For Monte, timeout called in, time to try and figure out how they want to approach this one. They know that AWP is in play. Will that influence their decision-making at all? Doesn't look like it. It's back to this early mid control. This time a lot more onus put on taking it. They're going to nade the smoke over in middle. That gives them open sight lines, and they move up behind it. Boost from Snacks. But the fight's going down over here in mid. Acor on the angle. Has a chance to take a shot, just dip out of there. And he's just kind of going through the motions of being this top site AWPer right now. Firing a shot, moving back. Volt is trapped down in con, and so that kind of brings Acor forward, right? It forces him to try and play around with his teammate. He doesn't want to hang Volt out to dry. Gets away with that kill in mid, and now they're teeing up Volt. Out in the connect, sabotaging, teeing up. There's a thin line. The nade does slow him down and almost ruins that peak. He gets overran by the MAC-10.
I don't know what that was. They flash for him, he peaks, but then they nade him as well. That wasn't, I don't know. Not sure what happened there. Some miscommunication.
He was just sending real mixed signals.
Yeah.
What do you what do you want from me?
Poor Volt. He had a great position as well this late in the round. But 40 seconds, the path to rotate is open, and Monte can take it. If Waro wants to drop down, what a move from Snacks. That's very risky, but it's confirmed everything now. We should see a second B rotation here for GamerLegion. Isaac in the smoke finds a double headshot, and it's Demka again. Just trying to save, it won't happen. 9-8, GamerLegion, despite that little mistake in connector, shall we call it, from the B side, it's going to be their round easily. Snacks is so aggressive, you know, sometimes to their betterment, sometimes to their detriment. But that's a great little move from him at 30 seconds. I'm loving watching this GamerLegion team play. You know, Monte had my eye in the first half, but GamerLegion are playing solid individual CS.
So you just like the team who's winning?
Yeah, I love the team that's winning.
What a bold statement.
No, but the recovery has been very nice for GamerLegion. It's Akor's hitting his shots like you expect. I just like good CS, man. And right now, that's all GamerLegion. What have Monte got? They've had a couple of...
This time, if you want to, like, you know, if you want to say something quite good about this little partial buy, it's that they're a lot more decisive in their moves, right? They kind of set up over towards A early. Oh, Isaac, you
close.
You crafty bugger! Don't ruin it all. Spamming this smoke. Oh, even more damage. Krasnal's come back in with the hero Galil. Worked out so well last time. He had to go back for it. Re-smoking at Monster. GamerLegion still set up heavy over towards that top side, but things will change, and Akor drops in from the heavens with this AWP. Well, it proved to be the blessing needed to withstand this crunch from Monte, who now wait for the perfect moment to go.
There's no flash. This is such a hard round to win. They need to get the first entry. That doesn't go their way. Isaac, the jump. Avoided. Krasnal gets a kill with a Galil, but the AWP is covering it. Akor should have this one. His teammate falls, but re-peek at 15 seconds. He's got it in the bag. Waro does get that kill off, but out in heaven with no util down. That was never meant to be for Monte. The fact they even make it close is impressive. 10-8 that Eco dealt with, and Monte's final timeout called as they just try and hold on to this game that is clearly slipping through their fingers. Not a single T-sided round. 6 in a row for GamerLegion on their map pick. We wondered if 4 was enough, and right now it's looking like it.
I mean, I think you have to look at two players, really, for my money. Isaac and Akor have just been stellar since moving on to this CT side. Since Akor's brought the AWP out, he's at opening kills in all but one round. And for Isaac down towards B, he's just been doing a very solid job of anchoring. You've had occasional bits of aggro. Even back in the pistol, it was him who opened up, I think, with that double through the connector. So, you know, this has been like a real reactivation of a few key GamerLegion players. Akor is no small part of that. This AWP has been ruining Monte's game plan. They're constantly having to operate from a 4v5, it feels like. And that's all come from this big gun. So let's see, Akor gonna have another chance to tip the scales in GamerLegion's favor. That much is for certain. He holds the line. And Monte just might give him this fight up through the short side.
It's got to be quick. And that flash will force a shot. It's good info and further control for Monte. GamerLegion have 3 here, and Akor boldly goes back on the angle. Another miss. He doesn't care. Going to have to try harder than that to get Akor off this position. A re-smoke of front toilet allows him to fight Divider still if he wants. Monte are locked out of middle. We are going to see hopefully a nice execute from Monte. You'll see they have 4 Molotovs, 3 smokes. They've got everything they need, but they're still going into a stack. Snacks' position is so powerful right now.
They're going to flash him in for a peek. Snacks. I figured he would be waiting until contact is made in the site, but no, he takes some initiative there. Acor's AWP finds more success for GamerLegion. And for Monte, a non-starter of a round. There just isn't time to win this. There isn't numbers to win this. Some die young, that's nothing more than a consolation frag as Acor rings out with a double. Him and Snacks, 2 kills apiece up on the top site. And Acor really recovering from, I think it was 2 kills in round 11 of this game. Now sat top of the entire server.
Bloody hell. What a game for GamerLegion. They really have been playing in tandem. The flash peaks have been excellent. Aside from that one connector round, they have been teeing up their teammates so well on this CT side. The comms must be flowing like butter, melted butter, not fresh out the fridge. GamerLegion are anything but cold. Three AKs, or 3 rifles rather. Monte realizing they have to fight for map point. Got to put something in. They almost require a bomb plant in the last. They're just going to go for a B pop, but of course Acor's here, 4 strong on the lower site, jumping for information, but ready for the execute.
I mean, there's no denying GamerLegion have just had the read on Monte throughout, and it's not like Monte are doing a lot right now to kind of pull the wool over their eyes, right? Whenever they've sent players elsewhere, they've normally been problems as opposed to helpful. This one is an utter lockout down towards B. Monte try to go a little faster in this round to one's gone by, try to leave themselves with a bit more time, but there is no more time in Overpass. They've got one more chance left to start a streak here, to embark on what would be the start of a comeback now. From an 8-4 lead, it has disintegrated, and they've not won a single round since getting onto the T side.
And I want to say this is Warrior's first AWP in the whole half as well on this last round, with no helmet, with no nades. So, you know, Acor was in the same position. He couldn't even, despite their rounds, 4 rounds won, get the AWP going till the end. And we saw a nice 3K that, you know, wasn't enough to win the round. Feels like Waro never really got a chance to start playing in this game unless this round is the opening. Flash not needed in middle, or maybe needed for Volt. He just goes for it. And Bro takes him down. Acor trying to escape. Can't hit the stutter in time. Goes back for more. Wow. He loves a repeat, does Acor. His teammate's out on long right now, so he's not exactly trapped in toilet. He has a route back to the bomb site.
Every bone in your body there, if your Monte is telling you he's going to go back, telling you he's just going to peel through the angles, go through the motions.
Oh, Snacks as well.
Snacks with the backstab. I mean, Snacks is at great positioning all across this, it feels like.
Yeah.
Him and Acor just trading around the map, always in the right places, and the backstab now comes in. That's the bomb away from Monte. 2v3, but only one man in middle. It's Sumdai Young with a tall task ahead of him. He's got to get past Snacks, and the whole time he's paranoid about his backlines. He knows connector's open.
Going A.
And so the bomb now retrieved. Demka has secured control of short water earlier in the round. They're going to get out into the B site. Snacks is still coming in on a flank. Snacks actually knew it was B before the B players.
Yeah.
He's already here. And so GamerLegion just trying to draw attention in from CT. These fights won initially by Kioz, and he'll go on to silence them both. GamerLegion put this one to rest convincingly, and it's with strong performances across the board. A hell of a redemption arc out of Acor, who started this game slow, goes on to top the charts. Snacks moving around the map and roaming like he's in their brains. And then you have this lovely B-site hold out of Isaac. It all comes together beautifully for GamerLegion, and that tees them up a
map here in the group stage. The play-in teams continue to impress here at Katowice, and with Ancient